UFL is striving to become the next big thing in the football gaming scene, with EA Sports' FIFA and EA Sports FC series having dominated for a long time. Recently, I was invited to the UFL headquarters in Cyprus to try out the latest version of the game for the first time, and despite the game not having the real-life authenticity of EA Sports FC, it promises to be a huge rival to EA's gameplay for years to come. Football gaming players were given their first taste of UFL in June when the first open beta was released on PS5 and Xbox Series S and X. In the 3 days the game was available to play, many were impressed with the game, with UFL offering something different from EA FC 24. Created by Strikers Incorporated, UFL is a free-to-play game that strives itself on play to win instead of pay to win. The game has been in development for 8 years, and when playing the first open beta, I was a big fan of what I experienced. As much as I enjoyed the first open beta, I thought that there was lots of room for improvement, and when playing the newest version of UFL, I was not disappointed. Firstly, well, the gameplay. This is what makes or breaks a football game, and UFL have managed to find a fantastic balance between entertaining arcade-like gaming and true-to-life football. Some complaints I usually have about FC 24 is how quick the game is and how easy it is to score, unlike in real life. But UFL possesses a much slower pace, forcing the player to take more care and time with how they use possession, and it requires a bit of skill. Instantly, the first change I noticed in the latest version of UFL was the passing. The passing animations were much smoother and passes were easy to complete, but I do think at times it was a little too easy, with the pace of the game becoming a little too fast. When I played the first UFL open beta, finesse shots would go in 9 times out of 10, while goalkeepers were far from perfect. But shooting has been improved in the latest version of the game, and I didn't notice any overpowering shooting mechanics. There were plenty of ways to score. Goalkeepers have improved, but maybe a bit too much. They were making save after save after save when I played, though distribution was a bit shaky at times. This mainly occurred when throwing the ball with the goalkeeper. It would more than not result in a loopy animation that would see the ball go back to the other team. Now, AI defending was something that UFL CEO Eugene Nashilov admitted needed to be improved in the latest version of the game, with defenders constantly running away from the ball in the previous beta. We actually had a great sit down talking all things UFL with Eugene during our time at the UFL headquarters, so make sure you subscribe to catch that interview very soon. Well, AI defending has improved, with more common sense being used in defensive situations, though defending was still a little bit tough at times. That could easily just be down to me though. Something I majorly dislike in FC 24 that I really liked in UFL was the dribbling. It wasn't like in FC 24 where the ball just sticks to your feet as you sprint and turn with the ball. You actually had to take care with possession in UFL, and players with high dribbling stats felt extremely smooth when running with the ball. UFL is also extremely different from EA FC 24 in the fact that pace is potentially the most useless stat in the game. Rarely would I pick the ball up on the wing and be able to sprint away from the defender with ease. Also, sprinting with the ball resulted in your player having barely any control, so I found myself opting to pass and play football through the middle rather than sprinting down the wings. Now, the biggest issue with UFL is obviously the licensing. EA is in a league of its own as they hold the exclusive licenses to major leagues and clubs, but rather than trying to compete with EA's authenticity like we've seen with Konami's eFootball, UFL has taken a smarter approach to how they make its game. Due to the level of authenticity, there are only a few ways to play UFL. The game has an ultimate team-like game mode where you play ranked games online to earn coins and build your squad, or you can play offline local games using fictional teams full of licensed players. There were 6 teams to use offline in the latest version of the beta, with each team varying in ability. This way, you can still use the authentic players, but just not with the authentic squads. The same applies to stadiums, but UFL has created some incredible fictional stadiums to play in, which I loved, especially the Cherry Blossom Japanese themed stadium. We were told that more modes are expected to be added to the game, but these weren't available for us to use just yet. In the Ultimate Team-like mode that UFL offers, you can earn different types of in-game currency by playing and winning games, and you then use these currencies to purchase players from the market, though each of the 5,000 licensed players is at a set price, so there's no way to sell your players on any sort of online market. There's also no way to purchase players from packs or loot boxes in UFL. You can use the currency you earn to purchase packs that contain skins, and these feature some incredibly cool animations that also offer some boosts to your players. This was one of my favourite parts of the game. A free and paid Battle Pass will also be coming to UFL, though we were told that the paid Battle Pass will require actual money to purchase. This seems more like paying for an advantage rather than paying to win, so as long as this isn't a huge theme in the game, I'm okay with it. Overall, I was very impressed with UFL. When it comes to a football game, the gameplay should be where the focus is, and that's exactly what UFL is doing. They listened to the community feedback to improve the new version of the game, and it's about time that we had some competition in the football gaming scene. With UFL being a free-to-play game that's showing great promise, I'm really excited to see what's in store over the next few years for the future of football games.